Are they going to have a strike force that goes in with AK-15s already loaded, ready to shoot some small business person in Iowa?
Is the IRS gearing up for war in our country? Is Nancy Pelosi trying to start a nuclear war in Asia? Is there an effort by the national security state to stoke violence in a civil war here at home?
Those IRS agents are designed to come after you. They're not designed to come after the billionaires and the big corporations. They're designed to come after small businesses and working families.
They're going to go after the mom and pop. They're going to go after the small business person, the independent contractor, the Uber driver. And
well, there you've heard all the lies. Now let's hear the truth.
Don't support what the regime is trying to do.
Those aren't just some nutty podcast hosts. Those are top prominent Republicans and Donald Trump allies spreading lies and conspiracy theories about the new IRS funding in the recently passed Inflation Reduction Act. There will be no armed tax agents coming after everyday Americans. Officials say most of the new $80 billion in funding will go toward hiring desk workers to enforce existing laws on the highest earners. Let's bring in former Treasury official and Morning Joe economic analyst Steve Ratner with his charts. Steve, the IRS long has been a target, and it's had an impact.
Yeah, that's right, Willie. The Republicans in particular have been going after the IRS for quite a while over a couple of reasons. One is they just don't want to pay taxes, so the less of the IRS there is, the fewer taxes perhaps.
There's the real
and the
story.
other, of course, was that whole brouhaha during the Obama administration about whether the IRS was targeting right-wing organizations. But let's just take a look at the consequences here on this chart. As you can see, since 2010, there's been a sharp increase in overall government spending. That's the turquoise line. This is all inflation adjusted, so it was basically keeping track with inflation. Then, of course, you had the huge COVID upsurge. But even without that, the government as a whole was spending along at or above inflation. The darker line is the IRS, and you can see that they have been squeezing the IRS's budget for well more than a decade. Adjusted for inflation, it's now down 25%. And when you look at the chart on the right, which is the IRS actual workforce, you can see the consequence of that. It has gone down by on a per capita basis relative to the size of the population of America. It's gone down 45%. In other words, there are 45% fewer IRS agents for every American than there was a bit more than a decade ago. So they are trying to starve the beast in a nutshell.
Yeah, and it's particularly now after the pandemic, people leaving government jobs.